First responders are still working to find thousands of people who are still missing after deadly back-to-back earthquakes in Venezuela.
Wednesday marks 1 week since 7.2 and 7.5 quakes struck the country. At last check, over 1,900 people are dead, tens of thousands hurt, and thousands still missing. A rescue crew spent Tuesday searching through collapsed buildings for survivors. One team from Jordan pulled a 3-year-old boy alive from the rubble.
Well, back here in central Alabama, WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn is live and local for us tonight. After sitting down with that Birmingham Barons player, Aaron, he has seen the devastation in his home country from thousands of miles away.
Yeah, God, Carla, Birmingham Barons player Samuel Zavala says that it is hard to be away from his family during the aftermath of the earthquakes. He says that his family wasn't affected, but he does have friends who were. Now he says that he's focused on trying to show up for his teammates, but he also wants to show up for his loved ones who he has back home. For Samuel Zavala, baseball has become a balancing act.
Here's your catch right there.
Playing in Birmingham, while his heart is with the people of Venezuela.
I literally want to be there just helping everybody. It's pretty hard what is happening right now.
Back-to-back earthquakes shook his home country last week, and for days, Zavala didn't know if his family was safe.
Data over there it wasn't working because of the earthquake and all that stuff. But once past like 3-4 days, I could just talk to them, feel like everybody was good. So I calmed down a little bit. But the first couple of days, I was a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Even with that relief, though, his thoughts are still with his friends who weren't as fortunate.
They're lost their families, they lost their dads. People I have, they're lost probably their daughter, their wife. It's pretty hard. It gets me on a way.
While he takes the field for the Birmingham Barons, Zavala says it's hard to escape the emotional weight of what's going on back home.
The hard thing is like we have to come every day and do like nothing happened because it's our work, you know. We have to come and give our 100% every day. But I'm with them.
He believes years of political turmoil will make recovery efforts even more difficult. But in the midst of crisis, he says everyday people are stepping up to help each other.
The people is just helping right now. They're literally people from the street. Everybody's just helping. We're trying to do our best, you know, without thinking about politics and stuff. We're just trying to be humans, help on other humans.
Despite the pain, Zavala says he's holding on to hope for a day when Venezuela can move forward.
I'd like to have a Venezuela when everybody is just free, you know. Everybody just can do whatever they want and just be ourselves, you know. We have a lot of years without being ourselves, just hiding from the government and all that stuff. But I think we'll get through it.
Now, Zavala says that he is asking anyone who can help the people in Venezuela to do just that. He says anything you can do will be greatly appreciated. Now, he says that he hasn't had a chance to go visit his family, but he hopes to get down there very soon. Live here in Birmingham, Aaron Llewellyn, WVTM 13.